Oh,
Like it made my video. Okay,
okay.
so it's recording now. Okay.
Okay. We are recording. So,
Okay, cool.
okay, my name is Jamie. I've known Hosna for several months now through recovery realm. So, kind of living this new life, without abusing drugs and alcohol, and we're a community and kind of navigating this new way of life and a new vocabulary surrounding in the art space of music. So Hosna is a rapper. Her name is Aussie Toronto. And, you know, um, traditionally when you think of rappers and rapping, there are some rappers that rap about recovery, addiction, but I wouldn't say the two go hand in hand. Like it's not a natural conversation, I want to say. So I wouldn't say those are some of my favorite artists, you know. So what we'll do, we'll get right into Q&A. So, Hosna, how long have you been rapping?
So 12 years.
Have you released any albums or singles?
Three mixtapes and probably like 20 singles.
Okay, very good. I know you have some music videos as well on YouTube, which is they're amazing because they really showcase Toronto, like your area, where you live, your city, you know? Inspiration. What
Yeah,
inspired you
thank
to
you
start rapping?
for um Drake.
Okay, very good. He reps your city, right? So it just seems natural
Yeah,
collaboration.
I didn't know anything about being a rapper until one day I was like 20 years old and Twitter was popping at the time and I heard about Drake. I heard his music on the radio. I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. And then later on in life, I like was basically mixing and mingling on like Toronto Twitter, and somebody invited me to go to his Started from the Bottom music video to the bowling event, and then the next day there was another event. So I went to the second day. I didn't go to the first day.
How old were you then, if you don't mind me asking?
I was I was I was 20 years old.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
What are your favorite musical genres?
Hip hop and R&B, um, pop, Afghan music. Yeah, I like all types of music.
Okay, interesting. There was a rapper. He was from very popular from Toronto. He was from like a certain area, I want to say of India, I think. But
Sorry?
he passed away. He was murdered, but he was very beloved. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, you're probably talking about um Smoke Dogg.
Yeah, I can't remember. I'm sure there's so
Um,
many, right? There's so much talent.
yeah, I know. Oh,
And
what was his name? I think Smoke Dogg.
also traditionally in rap music, like look at Jay-Z
He
where
was
there's
from Milwaukee. He passed away. Houdini passed away.
yes. Where traditionally
Um,
they've stolen kind of from Egyptian music. Um, so that's cool. You have your Afghani music. My favorite, I love Carnatic, like classical
I
Indian is
listen to
amazing.
Ahmad Zayed. That's what my Ahmad Zayed. This is what a lot of Afghan parents listen to. Ahmad Zayed. but
Amazing.
that's like Afghan stuff, you know?
Okay, very good.
Because like
Great.
my like
Go ahead.
like my ex told me that basically I can't make it in music because I'm not black. And that really hit me. And then some I made a post today because as you know, I messaged Drake on Telegram this morning and um yeah. Sorry, I lost my trail of thought. Sorry, what were you saying? Go ahead, sorry.
That's okay
I lost my
because
train of thought.
look
What
at
was
Eminem.
it?
He's a white rapper. I'm a rapper as well. My rap name is Immortal. Now, I have albums and songs written. Can I rap? That's to be to be revealed. Now, will I have AI or be using computer technology, or will I have someone else rapping? I don't know, but it will be clear. It's not like I'm duping anyone. But you clearly have an immense talent. So something like that
Thank you.
surpasses any identity, color of your skin, um, background. I mean, you have it in your soul. It's in your blood. So talent like that is not going to go unnoticed just because you have to fit in some kind of a square box there. Now, will you be creating
Yeah,
the new vocabulary and sound around that? You know, we'll find out. Only time can tell. Now to the creative
yeah.
process.
So,
Go ahead.
so like I've been smoking for the last 3 weeks, and like I do feel a little bit like it's affecting a little bit my throat, a little bit. But yeah, like Drake like texted me and he told me I was a certified nutcase this morning. And nobody believes me on the internet. So like I had to do this interview style with you here to show people like,
Okay, so
yeah,
we're addressing the elephant in the room. That was my, oh yeah, that's, that was on our, okay, so let's address the elephant in the room here. You know, so I work in just as a volunteer. I'm not a trained therapist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not, a counselor. I have zero training background on that. But I am an addict myself. And I work with other addicts, newcomers, um, that are interested in this way of life of Jamie, I don't want to smoke weed. I don't want to smoke as much weed as I'm smoking. I don't like if when I drink too much. I don't like missing work. I don't like so say someone like that can come to me and I have some solutions, right? And there's a model out there. 12-step recovery. I'm not reinventing any wheel. I'm not, it has nothing to do with me personally. There's a structure in place. It works. It's been in place since 1934. Now that's kind of more secret society stuff. We are anonymous. I'll just leave it at that. So, navigating addiction, which is a mental health disorder. So it does affect our mentals, our thinking, our perception. And I am also diagnosed with a personality disorder. Now, there's no meds for it, there's no cure for it, but I've pretty much studied it thoroughly, so I can kind of know when I'm acting out, when it's present. And if I don't know, I have a very good team of family members, loved ones, friends around me that can tell me, pull me aside and say, "Hey, Jamie, do you remember when you talked about you have this personality disorder and the characteristics, do you think it's here in the room now?" Like, oh my gosh, okay, let me reel that back in, apologize for my behavior, and right, it's something I can work. It's like a starting point where I can work. Now, with addiction, back to the topic, addiction and mental health, right? Sometimes the lines can get blurred, right? Are we self-medicating an underlying mental health issue? Or sometimes am I smoking a little bit too much marijuana, ingesting too much cannabis, it affects my mentals like a little like a little bit like a psychosis. That's why I did drugs. Believe me, I love to trip.
For me,
Don't get
for
me
me,
wrong.
it's not really a for me, it's not really a mental thing. Like for me, it was my throat.
Oh, and right,
It was my
addiction.
throat. Like I guess the mental, there can be at times where it's like, yeah, you can take a break and it's like, whoa, I can't. Like I keep using it. Like I hear you, yeah. Because when it gets like that, it's fucked up, and it's been a cycle. It's been onwards like this for a while. I've been using smoke, but the thing is, a lot of people smoke weed, and a lot of people don't have a problem with weed. You
Yes.
know what I mean? But yeah.
So if it
Let me get my
starts
other
to,
phone and tell you. Let me get my other phone and tell you what he said.
okay.
Okay. And then I went on Instagram and TikTok, and nobody believes me. But then I was talking to somebody named Dwayne who really knows me and told me today that like he knows me in person. He met me in real life, and he was like these people are all haters, and you have something special going on,
Hmm.
and I should just keep going um, with my dream. And like if I believe in God, then I know that it's gonna happen. It's gonna be destined for me, and I'm destined to make it because I'm not meant to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life.
No.
I don't want to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of my
Not if you're a true artist at heart. You have a gift that needs to come out to the world. So there
So
may,
that's why he was saying like the key is consistency. It's just dropping,
hmm.
just because he's like you have the personality, you have the marketing, you have, and now all I have to do is just keep dropping music. Like, and I thought I didn't have the marketing because somebody else told me I didn't have the marketing, and then other people told me I didn't have the personality. But all I can tell
No,
you right
you
now
got
is
it. Because now you have
every
all the checkpoints.
every single person in the city basically knows me, knows not me personally to a personal level, but they know they've heard us of a story of me.
So typically, because I'm a woman and I have a company that's in a male-dominated technology, biotechnology. So what happens is there gets to be almost, I don't know if it's a systematic or something that's ingrained from some old programming, but where they see a successful female like on her own, somehow there's this just a denial of the reality of the situation. Is you have talent and you're very successful at what you do. You have your past, you have your connections. What?
And that's what Dwayne was saying. He was saying that I don't need Drake. And I don't need Drake. And I want that to be clear. Like I'm not making this video to try to get Drake's attention anymore because I can tell now from the telegram that Drake does not fuck with me. Once I read to you what he said to me, you're gonna understand. But the thing is other people don't believe me, but I don't give a shit about what other people think. Like at the end of the day, like, Anyway, so let me read to you what he said. So I have it here. He said, I said hi. Okay, I called him. It was like 8:58 in the morning this morning. And I was like, I video called him and he didn't pick up. And then I texted him and I was like, hi, who's this? Because the reason why I did this happen this morning is because I just downloaded Telegram because somebody else on Instagram basically had a Telegram and I downloaded Telegram. Once I downloaded Telegram, I noticed that Drake's name was there in the contacts. And that's why I called him. And then when I messaged him, he said, you're obviously getting blocked. Like, why do you keep reaching out? And I was like, who is this? I got this number from Drake's DMs, and what's the obvious reason I'm getting blocked? I'm reaching out because I have heart. I wish I could like green screen this right now.
Yeah,
But
it's
he's like,
someone like using you're in a vulnerable position because you have your reality, they're denying your reality, and but you're not looking for validation. Anyone can hear you and know you're extremely talented. If anything, they're gaining a lot of benefit from just being connected with you, knowing you, and fucking with you in the past, right? So, uh, oh, I forgot where I was going with this.
so he says to me, Drake says to me, please find some purpose. You're actually in Drake. He's like, please find some purpose. You're actually insane. You made a whole mixtape about the craziest shit in the world. I have never even met you. You're a certified nut. So he said my mixtape is the craziest shit he's ever heard. And guess what? My mixtape was about recovery and addiction and connection with higher power. My recovery album was never about Drake. Yeah, I had one single on there about that's called Dear Drake, and it was for Drake. But the whole album wasn't for Drake. So this guy already says to me, this says to me already now that he knew about my mixtape now. So this guy, so Drake knew about my mixtape, but then he called me a
Oh, yeah.
certified
It's
nut.
very
Really?
good. I mean, it was inspiring. It inspired me. It's very good topics, just very eloquent, to the point. Like it's funny because I mean, it's not cringy at all. I have a personality disorder. I can't do any cringe, like literally zero. So you're tapping on something here. Now, on the creative process, what is your process for writing lyrics?
So my process of writing real lyrics is like I really like to have fun with it. What I do is I just express like what I've been wanting to express that I just can't express, and I just express that. And then once I express that, then I feel like I let it go. So when I did that with this third mixtape, I feel like I let go of the obsession of the wrong things. Like, for example, like the people I named in the mixtape, because the mixtape is five singles, and one's called Rubber Band Rock, one's called Boy Wonder, one's called Dear Drake. You know what I mean? So that's why he thinks I'm nuts, because it's like I'm literally calling out people's names type shit. Type shit. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because there's like an energy and a focus where now you can focus and go inward, where because energy, that loose pull is so powerful, and now you get to keep that and contain that for yourself. Uh, but yet you're hitting the nail on some head that I believe many can resonate with. How do you nurture your creativity?
Um, that's a good question. Honestly, like, just like taking care of myself, self-care, like nature, um, just like, yeah, stuff like that. Like,
Oh
just positive
yeah, a lot
stuff.
of times on our video calls you are in within nature. That's awesome. Collaboration. Who would you most like to collaborate with artistically?
Well, the weekend was really dope for me when I grew up in my era. Like I'm 33 now, but like I really love the weekend. Like for me, it was really the weekend. I love Drake's music too, but I wasn't like as crazy as I mean I love Drake too because I got in his music videos and it's like yeah it was Drake but like yeah I really like the Weeknd's music too and he's from Canada so it's like in theory how nice would it be that all the Canadians could just get along but they can't like for some reason like they don't like each other. The Weeknd and Drake don't really fuck with each other, they don't really like each other. Um, and but you can tell the difference in my voice too, like I've been smoking for like a month now and like my voice has even changed as well, right? And like this addiction thing is like really difficult, but um
You sound really
it's
good.
like people don't believe, oh thank you, but like people don't believe like that it was him. But it's like he gave me his number from Instagram DM. So people don't believe me that they think it's somebody else. Like they think it's somebody else in his camp. You know what I mean? But he said, I have never even met you. So that's how you know it was him. Like why? Because this conversation took place in a matter of 3 minutes.
Yeah, those are inner knowing. You know what's taken place. And now, if I'm just thinking in terms of just safety, like if someone is not in a good mental health spot, right? Like it might even be safer for someone that's in a position of they have assets, they have a reputation, they have a company, something that they are contracted with,
Right.
right? They have
Right.
contracts,
And that's
right? You think of an
and
NDA,
that's and
sign
that's
an NDA.
And that's the thing. And it's like even Dwayne said to me, he's like, you don't need Drake. And like I already realized I didn't need Drake. And that's why I wrote Dear Drake.
Have you ever mentored or trained another musician? That's a good segue.
Yeah, I have. It was another rapper from my end for a
Performance.
little bit, but then it didn't pan out well for me. Just
What is,
personal reasons.
got it. What is your favorite venue for performing?
Favorite venue. Well, right now I've performed only locally in Toronto. And my thing is like it's this, okay? I'm 33 years old, right? So if I'm consistent, then I could change my life in the next 300 to 400 days. You know, if I'm just consistent, I can change my life in the next 400 days. Um, so that I can go to bigger venues, and I can I have like hit records and like I'm viral. I'm like a house brand name now in like people's homes. And it's not a matter of if it's gonna happen, it's a matter of when it's gonna happen. And to me, like today I had a conversation with Dwayne and like that to me, like that it was like my first time in my life that I really like I was like, yeah, like imagine Jamie, like my life changes and I don't have to work a 9 to 5 anymore. I started to cry. I was like, God is real.
Oh yeah, you don't know what higher power has in store for your future. Absolutely. It's like I'm on your team. I'm Team Hosna. Like I just gas you up. I think you're so talented. Your words speak for me on my life. I resonate. It's like a vocabulary and a way of expressing the way I feel that say I wouldn't necessarily know how to. And I get to hear it and it's pleasant to my ears. So I really like it. So next question is, how do you deal with disinterested or unruly audiences?
So I performed locally. I really want to get to that level where like I'm one of the biggest artists in the world. Like not in the world, but like I mean, obviously in the world too, but not in a short frame of time, like a short time period. Um, but yeah.
What qualities do you think make a great musician?
Um, I think when people really gravitate towards you, like and they tell you, keep going, I think that's like a sign that like you got to keep going. because people don't want you to stop, you
Despite
know?
all obstacles. And
Yeah.
how do you differ from most other artists?
Um, I think my sound is unique. Um, I have personality, I have sound, I have the looks. So I think I'm marketable. Like, like my ex told me like I wasn't marketable because I'm not black. So he was like, stop trying to like impress black people. And then when I talked to Dwayne, Dwayne is like, you're not trying to impress anyone, you're just being yourself, and whoever gravitates you to you um gravitates towards you. And I was like, as soon as he said that to me, Jamie, like a light bulb just like went on. Like I feel like I was like despelled. I was like, yeah, exactly. Like that's exactly it. Like what have I been like? What these people got me fucked up like this whole time? Like
Oh,
um,
yeah. Yeah, that's tough because I'd say I'm a sensitive person. Sometimes the people that we care about, the people in our circle, the people that we trust, and somehow speak down about me to my presence, that's got to take a hit on your heart. That's where, even me in my life, it's like I have to practice my discernment and really just put the boundary up. Look, I'm going with the yes people. This is gonna gas my shit up because I know I'm my worth.
well, right, because I was supposed to drop a mix. I was supposed to drop a music video, and I was gonna go into like a mental house, like one of those houses, and wear like the white cape, and like as if like I'm in a mental house. You know what I mean? For a music
And
video,
you,
for
oh,
a music video for the song "Dear Drake."
oh,
So then after today, though, I'm thinking, well, and then him suing Kendrick Lamar, I'm thinking, what if he tries to sue me? So I'm not gonna do that. I don't think I should do that anymore. I'd rather like focus on myself because I don't need Drake. Like I don't fucking need Drake. Like he's so fucking rude. And then I'm like, no, I'm not. LOL. It's called having heart. He's like, what the fuck do you want? And then it took me 1 minute, and then boom, he blocked me. So nobody believes me, right? And I don't have like I don't like I have it's not that nobody believes me. I have I have like two friends that believe me. I have two friends in real life, and those are people in real life. But everybody else is on the internet. Like one of the girls was like, "Oh my God, when are you linking up with OC?" Like I heard stories about her on Icy Springer. Like, and Icy Springer is like basically like a Jerry Springer of Toronto in Toronto,
wow.
right?
Almost sounds
So
like Ice Spice. Yeah,
yeah,
you
so
know,
um
this is such an energy thing to me. I don't know why I'm just pulling in like this is such an energy thing because you
me
have an
too.
essence of life, a spark that is undeniable. I mean, I've only known you from video calls and talking to you on the phone, but I mean, I can't say bet, but I can guarantee in person you have just a larger than life personality.
Right.
Like, you have an aura that casts out so much farther than you, and it's an energy. Like, you're one of the most positive people I've ever met. Like, and
Thank
too,
you.
think of, like, you kept mentioning your age. Like, think of our ages, right? And,
And that's the thing. Dwayne was saying, like, you're 33 years young. Like, this is your time right now. So, like, if I really believe that I'm gonna make
yes.
it in this next project, because the last 10 years I was trudging through, but I didn't really believe, like, not believe, but actually think that, like, God is with me and, like, this project is gonna change my life. I didn't have that kind of thinking, but
Yeah,
I feel
you
like
visualize it, you
I'm
say it, you write it down. It's
like,
already done.
Yeah, that's what I
Or in
mean. Oh
24
my God.
hours. It's already done. It's already done because there's something with like positive energy that's just so contagious. You can't contain it. You know, people trying to fit you in a box. Oh, you can't do this because of this. Oh, you can't do this because of this. It's like you're already way outside of all those boxes. They can't even comprehend like what contribution you're making to the world, the earth, the planet, the multiverse. Right, because we're not
Mhm.
only just here, we're also in multiple places at once. My buddy was just teaching me about the omniverse last night. Like we can't be contained in just one consciousness, 5D, 4D, 3D. We transcend all of those and we're in all of those at once. But we've got yeah, 2.5 minutes. Any
Okay.
last words?
Well, so yeah, I do
This
have
is
some
just the
last words.
start. This is the start of something great. Even for
Yeah,
me,
this
because
is the start of something great.
the language and the vocabulary is very new, very exciting. You know, my brain is like racing and then I'm trying to get the words out.
You too.
That's your specialty because you can freestyle mixtape. I mean, I've heard you drop mixtapes just boom on the fly. Like that's that's capturing a unique essence of a time and space that can't be recreated. You know, and to make a art and
Right,
magic of that, it's priceless. And to capture it, that's where, you know, you capture that, let's say like a essence of a time bottle or something, like a fountain
yeah.
of youth, like you have it. And people are like, oh, Osna, we're gonna put you in this box. No, I call the shots. It's my life. I'm telling you how
Yeah,
it is. But what's true for them
yeah.
is true for them. Their limited capacity, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm going the wrong way, but go ahead. Got a minute left.
Okay. Well, no, I feel like it was good, but it sucks that it's limited on time. It's only like 10 minutes. It should be like an hour. So we could really like dive deep in like I don't, did we finish all the questions?
Yeah, that was all of them.
Okay, that was all the questions. Yeah. Well,
Q&A.
I was just gonna
Q&A
say
with
like basically,
Elsie Toronto live in the
yeah, that's
flesh.
basically done.
So go see her
Yes.
when
Thank
she
you
comes
guys.
to your area.
Thank you guys. Just,
Aussie Toronto is on tour. The video's literally gonna end right now.
okay.
All right, this was awesome. We've got 20 seconds left. Okay, fam.
Yeah, so okay. I'll call you after. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.